Hello and welcome to the next YouTube video on my channel. If you want to get better at chess, then this video is just right for you, because in this video I will show and explain you a checkmate in 7 moves trap which you can play with the white chess pieces with the Italian game. At first I will show and explain you how this trap would look like if it would work perfectly, and then I will go through all the moves of this trap again and explain you them a bit more detailed, and I will also show you how to defend yourself with the black chess pieces if your opponent tries to play this trap against you, with the idea not to lose this game after 7 moves. So let's get started. By the way, if you're interested in other chess traps, then feel free to check out the other YouTube videos on my channel and don't forget to subscribe. So how I've already said, this trap begins with the Italian game, and this opening can be only played after the following 3 moves. First you both start with pawns e4 to e5, and then you continue with attacking black's pawn on e5 with knight f3, and the black army defends their now attacked pawn on e5 with the move with their knight on c6. And now you already play the key or the main move of the Italian game, and that's bishop to c4. Here, if the black army answers with the key or the main move of the Paris defense, defending their pawn on e5 with their second chess piece with the move with their second pawn on d6, then you can continue with the trap, and you do this with the move knight to c6. If the black army now decides to pin your knight here on f3 with the move with the bishop on g4, then you have basically already won this game, because now you're sacrificing your queen, which will lead to a forced checkmate in 2 moves. So here, that's really interesting. You take now black's pawn on e5 out with your knight from f3, and here the black bishop on g4 can just take out your queen on d1, because why not? But actually this is a really big mistake, because here now, after the bishop has taken out your queen, you check your opponent's king with capturing the f7 pawn of the black army. And now the black king has only 1 square left on which he can move, and this is 1 square closer to the white army on e7. And here now, beautiful checkmate in 1 move, knight to d5. Isn't this really beautiful? You have a checkmate with 2 knights and 1 bishop basically in the center of the chessboard. So that was it. This is how this trap would look like if it would work perfectly. So how I've already said, I will go through all the moves of this trap now once again and explain them a bit more detailed, and I will also show you how to defend yourself when your opponent who plays the white chess pieces tries to play this trap against you with the idea to win after 7 moves with this beautiful checkmate against you. So you can basically always try to play this trap against your opponent, so against the black chess pieces, when your opponent answers with the key move of the Paris defense, so pawn to d6 in this position now after you have played or started with the Italian game. But of course, this is now one situation in this trap where you won't be always able to play this trap in every single chess game, because here in this position, the black army doesn't always answer with the Paris defense. There are also a lot of other different variations. For example, after bishop to c4, the black army often plays bishop to c5, that's the Borcio piano. There are also other moves, for example, knight to f6, that's the 2 knights defense, or bishop to e7, the Hungarian defense, but pawn to h6 is also possible, that's the anti-fried liver attack defense. So, but if the black army here in this position decides to play pawn d6, the Paris defense, then you can always continue with this trap, hoping to win after 7 moves in this game. But if you're playing the black chess pieces here, then at first there is no immediate problem or no danger to play the Paris defense with pawn to d6 after the Italian game. Here we're not just continuing with the trap, developing our knight to c3. And here again, the black army has a lot of different options how to continue now. Very popular, for example, is to play knight to a5, attacking your bishop on c4 here. But other moves, for example, like developing your king's bishop on e7 is possible. But if the black army decides to develop their queen's bishop, then in most of the cases they have two different options. Here they will either play the bishop on e6, attacking your own bishop here on c4, or if we are a bit lucky, then they'll move their bishop here on g4, pinning our knight on f3. So here if we move away with the knight, for example on h4, then the black bishop can just take out our queen, which should be very bad for our army. But how you have already found out, this is exactly our goal, because here we are taking out black's pawn on e5 with our knight, gifting our opponent our queen. And if he takes, we have already found out, then there will be forced checkmate in 2 moves after bishop captures pawn on f7 with check, and knight to d5 after the black king has escaped on e7. But if the black army is a bit smarter, or probably they already know this trap, then of course they won't take out our queen here after we have taken out black's pawn on e5 with our knight from f3, because the black army doesn't want to lose this game in 2 moves with this beautiful checkmate. So here in this position, for the black army it would be way smarter to take out our knight on e5 with their own knight from c6. Because of this move, of course they're not losing after 2 moves, and they are also now attacking our bishop on c4, and at the same time they are defending their own bishop on g4, which is attacked by our queen on d1. So if you were unlucky and the bishop didn't capture your queen, then after black's move with taking out your knight on e5 with their own knight, attacking your bishop on c4 and defending their bishop on g4, then here the best move to play now would be to move with your own bishop on e2, because now the black knight on e5 isn't attacking your bishop anymore, and with this move you also defend your queen, which was attacked by black's bishop on g4. So here in most of the cases the black bishop will just trade bishops, so they take out your bishop on an e2, and now you have 2 options. You either take out the bishop with the queen, or you take it out with your knight. That's really not so important with which chess piece exactly. But I think in most of the cases when you're here taking out black's pawn on e5 in the situation before, then in most of the cases the black army will just take out your queen, and you will force your chess pieces, or force the black king to lose after 2 moves. So that was an already of this video about this chess trap in 7 moves with which you can play with the white chess pieces with the Italian game. I hope that you liked this video, and I also hope that you will once try out to play this trap in a real chess game against one of your friends, or for example one of your family members. And I also hope that you will win after 7 moves with this trap. So if you liked the video, feel free to leave a like there, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Till next time, bye!